If your daily life involves using highways for long distances, you might need to pay attention to this content. A few months ago, last January, I witnessed this disturbing situation on A15 going north near St. Sauveur. The situation that is shown on this video is a potentially dangerous one because it shows a 24-wheeler going full speed, more than 100 kilometers per hour, on the fast lane, in an area where Highway 15 narrows down to just 2 lanes. When I first saw this Robert truck that day, it was driving on the slow lane, so I passed it and stayed on the fast lane. However, exactly 15 seconds after I passed it, I had to switch to the slow lane because this truck got on the fast lane and was going full speed right behind me. I had to choose between pumping the gas and increase my speed over 120 kilometers per hour or get on the slow lane. So, as you can see, I choose the slow lane. I could have increased my speed to 125 or 130 kilometers per hour, but I didn't want to take any chance to get a ticket for speed limit violation. This 24-wheel truck passed me near exit 58 and stayed on the left lane all the way to exit 60, which is a little more than a kilometer further. I took exit 60 out of the highway, so I couldn't tell with certainty what happened afterward. However, having taken a closer look at the video showing the moment I was exiting the highway and the truck was getting out of frame of my camera, I noticed that he switched back to the slow lane without using his turn light. This is a potentially dangerous highway traffic situation, especially in wintertime under a -20-degree weather. Now, why would a 24-wheel truck drive on the passing lane for so long on a very cold winter day and in the morning around 10 a.m.? I am not in the trucking business, but I would assume this to be acceptable at a certain hour of the night. Why is this situation so unsafe for highway traffic in wintertime? Let's use some numbers in order to get a better idea. The average weight of a fully loaded 24-wheeler can reach up to 80,000 pounds or 40 tons. An empty 24-wheeler, including a truck and trailer combination, weighs around 35,000 pounds. The truck alone can weigh between 10,000 and 25,000 pounds, while the trailer weighs between 9,000 and 14,000 pounds. In any event, the maximum weight allowed varies depending on specific countries, states, or provinces. I didn't check the maximum weight allowed in Quebec, but all this information is easy to find online, especially with AI assistance. With all this in mind, we can also notice that right after exit 60, the trucker went back on the slow lane, allowing the cars that were lingering behind him to pass. The quality of the video does not allow me to tell with certainty whether the right turn light was used or not. Let's roll the video backward and find out how long he drove on the passing lane. Before we continue, please click the like button. I would like to read your point of view and suggestions. Also, please subscribe. We are only getting better. Thanks for your support. All I'm doing in this video is to break down the whole situation in order to highlight the fact that safety should be our top priority on the roads. If you notice something that could be considered a safety red flag, I'd say trust your instinct. In order to estimate the distance, we will go back to exit 57 since that's where I passed this truck, and there is a sign near that exit, which gives 1 kilometer as the distance to exit 58. I effectively got on the slow lane near exit 58, but the truck was already behind me, which was the reason why I decided to leave the fast lane in the first place. That means the 24-wheel truck had already been driving on the fast lane for at least 500 meters prior to passing me. By the time we passed exit 58, the 24-wheeler was ahead, but on the fast lane. Now, I could tell how fast he was going, because I know how fast I was going. My speed in that area of A15 is usually 110 kilometers per hour or 115 kilometers per hour. I don't pass 120 in that area because 120 kilometers per hour is the threshold that gets you a speed limit ticket. Based on that, I can tell this trucker was going at a speed between 120 and 125 kilometers per hour. Just in case you don't see the point I'm making with all these numbers, let me point one last detail. The next blue sign, which is the last before exit 60, shows a distance of 1.5 kilometers to exit 60. That means the yellow 24-wheel truck got on the fast lane and went for 2 kilometers at a speed well over 100 kilometers per hour under a -20-degree weather around 10 a.m. Unless I'm wrong, the acceptable speed limit for a vehicle that size is 90 kilometers per hour in the province. With all that in mind, this truck could be fully loaded and weigh 80,000 pounds. I guess by now you might have a better idea of how unsafe is this whole situation. Thanks for watching.